Hello everybody, Khadirah Muhammad here, your systems implementation engineer from succeedingwithsystems.com, teaching you all things systems, automation, and operations related so that way you can automate your way to freedom. Welcome back to another Zapier Explained episode. In these episodes, I get to talk to you about how to connect your apps together using Zapier and make some really cool automations that are able to save you time. In this video, we're going to be talking about how you can post Rss Item blog posts to your Facebook page automatically with Zapier. Now, let's start with what is an Rss Item, because you heard me say that and you're like, Khadirah, what's RSS? I don't know what that is. Let me let you know. So when you post on like Wordpress.com or you're even building a WordPress type of blog, you're going to be able to put all of your blog posts in what's called an RSS Item feed. It's kind of like this fancy code thing that the technology in your computer is going to know how to use and read it, and it allows for a ton of automation because every time you post a blog post, it kind of gets added into this techno-like spreadsheet. You could think of it like that, right? Now, when you're posting on your blog post, you might be posting daily or weekly or monthly, but anytime you do post, you probably want your items and your blog posts to post on your Facebook page. So you're going to be able to do that automatically with Zapier, and it's only going to take you 2 zaps to do that. Okay, so in order for us to get that going, I'm going to go hop into my computer and I'm going to show you guys how you can do this using Zapier. See you in a second. Hey everybody, so now we're into my computer, so let's go ahead and put together this zap. Now we're going to, as a reminder, we're going to be posting new RSS item feeds to our Facebook pages. So again, an RSS item feed is a really simple syndication. So where every time we specifically actually post a blog post, we're going to be posting that automatically in our Facebook page. Let's say we're using WordPress. Okay, what's really cool is that if you have a WordPress website, then you don't have to do anything crazy to get your feed, because step number 1 is to get your RSS feed. So you don't have to do anything crazy. This is a website that I own. It's built on WordPress, not WordPress.com, but it's a WordPress blog. So it's like on my own hosting server. And when we built it using WordPress. So all you have to do over here, if you guys can see this, is you type in the website name and then you do a /feed. Okay. Now, when you type that in, you're going to get this crazy looking code. This is just a bunch of HTML and XML form. And all we really need is just the link. So now that we have the link, we're going to use this template and we are about to put together our zap. Now we have the template. Okay. We're going to copy this feed as we go through the next steps. So let me move my face. And our first trigger, which if you don't remember, a trigger is like the thing that sets off the dominoes, right? So we're going to do, the trigger is new item in feed in RSS by Zapier. So we're using the app called RSS by Zapier in order to do this. Now we're going to click continue. You're going to post in the feed URL, okay? Now, if your feed URL is protected, like it's password protected, then you need to put in the username and the password. It's going to be securely saved in Zapier, so you have no issues. And then down here, you see where it says what triggers a new feed item. You want to do different GUID/URL. So it's really like different content. Okay, this is the best one. Now you can do different, the first one, which is what I recommend, you can do different content, just kind of period, or you can do anything different. I wouldn't do anything different because you might just make simple changes to your WordPress website, but that doesn't mean that you have new content, and it certainly doesn't mean that you want that new thing to be posted to your social media pages. So you don't gotta do that. I would suggest you keep with this first one. Now you're gonna click continue. And now Zapier needs to test your triggers. That way we have the variables that we need to use in order to build our next steps. Now click test trigger. And it's gonna, if it's done successfully, and specifically if you already have blog items on your website, then the test should be able to bring up a new blog article that you've created, or that was created. Now it says we found a new item in the feed, and as you can see, it's actually bringing up an article that was written back in November, because that was the most recent time that an article was created. So we have this article, it has all this information, blah 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 blah. We're gonna keep moving. We don't need to read all that. We can click continue. Now we're going to create a new page post on our Facebook page. Now remember, you're going to need to sign in to your Facebook account if you don't already have it already signed in. Now again, make sure you've chosen the right one. Click continue. Now you're going to choose the page that you want to use, which is going to be that one. And now you can make the message kind of look like whatever you want. So keep in mind, you see these little, and let me zoom in a little bit more. You see these little kind of things that are hovering and they look like little buttons. These are variables. These are Zapier variables, okay? And this is important because this is going to be dynamically inserting information from new blog posts that show up. So what I mean by is, the title of a blog post, if you can see here, it says title. It's bringing up the title from the RSS feed that it was able to grab. So you can see, okay, the title of the recent blog post was Quality Elder Care Services in Perrysburg, Ohio. Shout out to Perrysburg. And so this information is going to change dynamically every single time. That's the beauty of Zapier. The description is also going to be dynamically recreated. Now the description can be super duper long. And if you can notice here, you see if I clicked insert data, this little pop-up comes up. These are the dynamic information that I can link here. Now the description is actually the entire blog post, which is not what I want to have posted, right? Unless you tend to do very short blog posts, then maybe it makes sense to post the entire blog post on Facebook. I probably wouldn't do that. Okay, so my suggestions, I click the backspace button because I don't want that there. Instead, I'm going to choose the link, right? Because I want Facebook to just automatically post to, I want my blog post to automatically post to my Facebook page via a link. So I can make the message, I can type out things, and I could put in different variables. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put here, I'm going to say, our latest blog post is up. And then I'm putting quotes around the title. So it'll say in quotes, Quality Elder Care Services in Perrysburg, Ohio. And then in the rest of this message, I'll say, read all about it here. Okay. And then I'm going to put the link. So how this is going to look is on the Facebook page, it'll say our latest blog post is up. It'll dynamically insert the link, the title of the blog post. And then it'll say read all about it here every single time. And then it's going to dynamically insert the link. So the title and the link are going to change, but these two sentences are not. And then the link URL is going to be here. That's also going to be linked in the post itself. It's going to dynamically bring up like the picture that's associated with the blog post and stuff. So now let's click continue. And if that didn't make sense, it's totally fine. This is why Zapier is so cool, because you can test everything and you can see what it looks like until you get it the way you want it. So I'm going to click test and continue. And now we're testing this Zap that we just created. So we click test and continue. It's testing, it's moving. Okay, it said that a page post was sent to Facebook pages about 0 seconds ago. So that means the action worked correctly. Let's go check in Facebook to see what this actually looks like. Okay, so now we're on our Facebook page, and as you can see, our post was created. So we have the blog post, the dynamically inserted title, and we have the link to the blog post. And if we click this, we'll actually be navigating to the blog post itself, and this is it. So pretty simple, right? Now what's gonna happen is now we've come here. We know that it's working the way we want to. All we gotta do is hit publish Zap, publish and turn on. And now we've just created our own Zap that pushes RSS item feeds from a WordPress blog into our Facebook page as a new post. And as always, please rename your Zap so you know exactly what's going on. And that is how you do that. Thank you so much for watching.
So I really hope that tutorial helped you out, and I hope it gave you a lot of clarity in teaching you how to create that Zap I just showed you how to do. Now, if you would like to make this so much easier for you, maybe your team members, your marketers, and whoever else is on your team, if you'd actually like to buy that Zap so that way you can have it forever, you can click below and go to our Zapier store. So that way you can actually not only get the exact link to the Zap that I just created, you'll also get a detailed video tutorial, and you'll get a written out
standard operating procedure showing you how to create that Zap again and again and again, and you'll have it all for one low price. You just gotta go to our Zapier store. So click that link in the description, go to our website, and you'll be able to get this Zap right now.